Everybody to 48 Talk, episode 111.
Wow.
I am your host, Rage Baldi as always. Joining me this time is the usual crew of DX Takamina on the right, Derek on the bottom left, and Colin Yelson on the bottom right. We are hyped currently, so let's get right into it. We forgot about this last week. I think we mentioned it before, but now we clearly watched it. The NGT48 coupling singles are out, or coupling songs are out. So let's get right to it. Who wants to start first?
Shall we go for Derek?
Go, Derek. Go, Derek.
Go.
I can't. I'm sorry. Normally I'm last. I'm just gonna rip into this. Song of the year right now. I mean, we still got a lot of year left, but song of the year, NGT Team G. What's the name, DX? Because I'm stupid.
Gara no Curtain. Of Curtain no Gara. Sorry.
Okay, I promise you guys, I'm not Oshi blinded. You all know Mahahon is like my girl in NGT. I'm not even a Hinatan fan at all. I really do not care for that girl whatsoever. Although, again, for those of you that are Hina Oshis, like, cool for you. Like, no, I mean, she's with Mahon, so we're good. Nakai Rika's in this too. Again, I don't know. I'm okay with Nakai.
Oh,
I don't
also,
care.
happy birthday, Mahon, by the way.
Happy birthday.
Yes. How can I forget?
Yesterday.
Happy birthday.
23 years old.
Yes.
23, looking gorgeous as ever, of course. She is the most prettiest girl in all of AKB48. I don't care what anyone says. Anyways, let's just put it this way. As a musician, I'm always looking for something, a hook, something different, something that gets my like a pump up, something I can latch onto. This song has all that and more because the melody's real chill. It comes right in at the beginning. It doesn't waste any time. You're right into it. It's a very kind of like build. I like builds in songs when they're done right, because you build, but then you like platform or you just go down. It doesn't work. Mahon's other song last year, they built, but instead of going way up, they sort of did this with the hook, but it worked. It was just worked because it was like a real chill EDM song. I'm okay with that because it was different. Again, this song is different because when it hooks, it like goes straight up and it goes da 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 da, and it's like da 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 da, and it's like when it hits that note, it's perfect because the backing, it just keeps going. It keeps like renewing itself, like ascending melody is, I guess, is what it'd be called. And then on top of that, there's like some kind of a keyboard behind it that sounds almost like chiptune-y.
Yeah.
I'm sold. Like, you can't beat that. And also, too, it's different than all the stuff we're hearing. If you look at the other singles, which we'll talk about, those all feel like they're written by the same dude who is just sitting there and just popping it out. Oh, we're good. This song, whoever wrote it, I bet you the person who wrote this wrote the other NGT song I like from last year with Mahon. Like, I think Team G has their own dedicated, like, there's their own, like, little guy there.
Yeah, their own composer, pretty much, yeah.
Was that last year? The other song that was one of your favorites?
Was it? No, was it? Maybe I'm thinking too.
Probably that's what you're gonna do, right?
Yeah, what you gonna do?
What you gonna do. It was last year, right?
No, third single, earlier this year, spring.
Yeah.
It was the spring single.
Sorry, it feels like
that was
20 years ago.
my question actually, because you announced that as like a contender for Song of the Year. So.
Oh, this is hard. I gotta hear the full version. I'm sold on the little clip they had. That's how good it is. Although what you gonna do so far is my song of the year. That's true. It just feels like so far away, but no, great song. Video MV is gorgeous. Of course, I mean, any shots of Mahon in slow mo, I'm sold. You don't have to do anything but just put her on the screen for me. So I'm a little biased there. I am Oshi blinded with the MV. Nakai Rika, if you're a Rika fan, lots of her on this. Hinatan's voice, though, my God, amazing. They had in the verse, it was just basically her, and like just hearing her voice, like I don't know, it just sounds clear, more I think than where she's been in the past with her voice. You could see like a improvement, I think, overall. I don't know, song of the year for me, or at least song of the year contender. What you're gonna do is they're gonna fight for each other, but so far, oh my God, NGT, thank you AKB48 for giving us glorious NGT, and for once again making me believe that this group still has a lot of life and a lot of love to give us all and energy. Great song, go listen to it. I can't wait for the full version. Might even buy the single. Might have. Uh-oh. counterpoint.
I do not hate it. That's first off. It's
Okay.
it's not a bad
Okay.
song. The thing is though, well, first off, the thing that knows me is the music video and the atonement. It's a very depressing song, basically.
I like depressing.
Well, maybe, but it's more like the view. It's Nakarika, who was in high school, I think the popular one, and high school is over. Now they're walking to what is the city, and she's alone, and but then her classmates find her, and they try to reach out for her, but she's not accepting. She closed herself off. It's really not a bad song. I wouldn't say song of the year because it doesn't hit me like you had, and it's amazing. I want that feeling so bad. But I do agree with what NGT48 is doing, and DX, you said it before we started. Maybe because of their record label, Sony is behind this powerhouse.
Yeah.
Trying the new thing, going to Russia with the new singles, the different style. This is currently, like you said, earlier in the year, NGT is still hitting it out of the park, and like AKB is not doing anything. Well, personally for me, NMB had a very good song with Yokubono.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah.
Still, the other ones, we didn't hear anything from HKT48, or we didn't hear anything from, I know, even STU48, stuff like that. So, yeah, NGT is doing great, and I do like this song. I'm not sure if it's song for the year for me.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time between that song and Yobikumono from NMB48 because I really like that song as well. So I'm kind of in a bit of a doubt, I would say. So still, yeah.
I mean, for me, I like sleek. I like songs that are musically different. This song is musically different. When you're putting like chiptune style like piano keys on there, like I'm sold. I love chiptunes. I'm gonna be touring with the chiptune queen herself here in a couple weeks, or a month and a half. So, but I'm saying like, it's just one of those things that NGT gave us their second single, which to me is one of the best songs AKB has released in X amount of years, in my opinion. Great song, beautiful song. I tear up every time. Seeing them perform that live, amazing. And then, to come up with what you're going to do. Again, it's a coupling song, and this is also a coupling song. I give coupling songs equal weight. I think that's maybe why the Song of the Year thing isn't necessarily going to stick for a lot of people, because it's like it's with the group that isn't the main group like type deal, and it's like we want, like for example, we want AKBs not to have a coupling song be the best song. We want it to be their big song. Go ahead, Robin.
But normally I say with coupling songs that it's a coupling song. It sounds like a coupling song. This, however, this song you're talking about, does not sound like a coupling song. It sounds like a effort done, into the lyrics, behind that, and performance. So you can tell that there's effort done in this song, even with the other songs. We'll get to that in a moment. You can see that they're still having fun with it, or they're trying some new things. And then you have like, hey, our coupling songs are better. It's like, it doesn't sound like a cookie cutter just thrown in there and just show the girl so they have an excuse to buy the CD, if people even do that anymore, or the DVD. So it's like, a lot of them are throwaway, but this doesn't feel like a throwaway song. And I can see this when this comes up in a concert of them, that people will be like, those in between hype, and then you have, alright, you guys need to cool off a bit.
Calm down, yeah.
So then we have this beautiful song, and then another maybe sad song they go in there, and then they hype it up with one of their main singles. Maybe that's the route they're going to take in this concert. But it's not a throwaway song.
No, and to add to that, I want to put, if you could imagine for a second, the Russia NGT single that this is coupling for, and put this song in place of the song that they did for that, and like switch the routes but make the whole Russia theme with this song, I think it could work just as well, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe but I don't know. It has something different. It has the hook that I was looking for, but it also just has the emotion behind it. It just really feels, and it also feels very Underground Idol to me. Very Underground Idol. Like, this is something I could hear. Like, I was at a show Necroma played the other day in Koenji at this little club called Showboat, and there's this group playing called Lily Kiona. Lily Kiona's a duo, and their music is so different and so out there and so depressingly chill. And like when you hear it, it kind of assaults you in a weird way because it's not like overpowering, but it's like it takes a moment for your brain to process, and you're like, wait a minute, this is whoa, this is good. And that's exactly how I feel about this song. So I don't know, they tapped it. Good, mad props to NGT. Mad props. I was not expecting that.
What do you think, Colin?
Yes, please, Colin.
We listened to most of these songs, not all of them, before the episode last year. And Robin, what did I say again? You remember, or DX remembers, maybe.
What did you say again?
What did you say?
I said I said what Robin just said. It's so depressing.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Thanks.
See, confirmation. I heard it. I was like, well, now I'm sad for the rest of the night. I felt emo. Genuinely, that's the truth. Robin and DX were there. So do I like it? Nah. Do I think it's awful? No. But I don't like it.
Maybe the
Not
style
your
is
style.
Good.
Absolutely not my style. We will be getting there.
Yeah, so maybe because then we go to complete opposite from depressing to fun, happy, and quirky with the Team N3 style song. I forgot the title of the song as well. It's just Japanese hard. But basically, what happens in this music video is Kato Mina is center, right?
Yeah, she's center.
It really looks like a center because they're gonna shoot a video, but Kato Mina is this beauty, you know, but she has a hard time portraying her beauty. So every time she's a shot, because
by the way, the song title is Kokoro no Taiyo.
Kokoro no Taiyo, and that means Heart
of the Sun.
Heart of the Sun. Okay. Because it's pretty funny that they have to do a photo shoot and she does I am what I am and be like just not pretty at all. Like you see Yukarin or being very sexy and elegant.
Yeah.
And then she tries.
Yeah.
They're blowing the whistles like, no, your outfit's wrong. No, you're doing the poses wrong.
Or Katomina wants to eat some rice. And, no eating.
Yeah, she eating it like, I'm hungry. It's like, no, stop. It's just for the commercial. And the song itself didn't stick to me because I was more distracted by the music video. But it's a fun music video, and then
the music video is so funny. I laughed out so loud.
And the thing is, I think we all know that Kato Mina is one of those beauties, and she's she has a little crazy factor to her, but
goofy, yeah. Goofy.
I would say more crazy if you watched Niigata no Friend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay.
I'm taking Floris's word for it.
But
her paintings are out there.
Yeah, also on AKB48 show. No, this one is just complete fun and just I wouldn't say throwaway. They did something different, I would say. But music-wise, it's not a song that will stick. It's basically
music-wise, it doesn't really stick to me, but the video makes more than up for it. I would say.
That's funny as hell and laughable at the moment. So did you like that one, Colin?
Yeah, same issue. I like the MV a lot. The song doesn't stick to me, unfortunately. Though I like the genre of it, but it just doesn't stick to me, unfortunately. If it would, I would really like it. But unfortunately, it doesn't. But I really like the MV. You said it really well. I like it. The MV.
This is a typical case of the MV saves it pretty much for me. The MV.
Yeah. Well. I wouldn't say save it because that's like, well, it's not terrible. It's like, and I wouldn't say save it, but I like it. I like it.
Derek.
I would say I'm in agreement with all you guys. I could watch this on mute and really enjoy it because again, the song does nothing for me, but Katamina is such a goofball, and like it's fun to watch her be front and center. They captured her in all her glorious goofballishness. It's like. They couldn't have did it better, and this is better than the other videos she was in, where she was playing she was in the spacesuit, and that song was just utterly. Yeah, that song was utterly awful to the core. But I'm saying,
I forgot about that one.
Thank you very much.
I wonder why. But this song is more like.
Yeah. That face you're making.
That's with the accordion thing, right? They go.
Yeah.
Let's not go there. Yeah. So, but the thing is, here's the thing with this song. Do you guys remember that song? It was years and years ago. with Jamie Foxx in it. It was Gold Digger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kanye West.
You know what
Kanye
I'm
West,
talking
yeah.
about? I don't know why, but if I put this on mute and I watch, I just heard that with this. I don't know why. Because that song is so quirky with the beat, and this song needed a quirky beat because Kato Minan does not dance to a drum. She dances to like an MP3 on repeat that's a quirky beat. That's her. Like,
Someone will now do this actually. They will.
Oh please! That would be amazing if somebody did that. But I just kept hearing that in my head over and over again, and I don't know why, but it just Kato Minan makes me do things like that because she's so amazing. She's so awesome. Flores is the best ocean in the world, like next to my home, because like this girl just never ceases to give us something to think about or talk about, which is why I'm so happy she did well in Sasenkyo, and I'm even more happier to see where she goes from this because, you know, as soon as Karen leaves, it's going to be all Kato Minan all the time. So, you know what I mean? It's like, and also NGT is my biggest hope right now for any of the groups because of what they can do. They can still surprise me. But Kato Minan is another person that I think needs to be exalted, and this song makes me think that, and I just kept hearing the Gold Digger song made me think it even more. I'm like, she's just that girl. I'm not saying she's a gold digger. I'm saying like she's a girl that
broke.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. Like I just kept hearing that in my head and seeing her being silly, and it just would have fit. I don't know. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get all meta there.
No, it's a very funny image because I can picture every time when you go into the chorus of that song and you see just "Get down, girl, don't hear you down," stuff like that.
That's what I'm saying.
And you see just Kato Minan just turning around during that photo shoot part.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
Wow. Oh, that one's going to me.
Thank you for that image.
Yeah, that one's going to me.
So yeah, on that side, that's another plus this music video is bringing. The third one though is by the Kenkyusei from NGT48. That's a throwaway. It's a Kenkyusei. They try it out there. The only thing I liked is during the whole music video, they're going through locations. Niigata no Friends members were there, so they're reenacting going to the members and going to those people against, like, hey, we're NGT2, we're Kenkyusei.
No. That song is not by the Kenkyusei. The Kenkyusei.
No, that was Niigata.
Yeah, that is the Niigata Friends Senbatsu.
Oh, okay.
Kenkyusei.
I believe you're talking about the Kenkyusei song, yeah.
The Kenkyusei song is Kyo wa make demo ii.
Oh, okay, so this is not the Kenkyusei.
No, the video you saw on their YouTube channel is from the Niigata Friends Senbatsu, and not the Kenkyusei Senbatsu.
I had no idea they had a Senbatsu.
Yeah.
Okay, well, speaking of which, it's very nice they go to all reminiscences of the show. I really like that.
I really like the show though. The show's pretty fun actually. So yes,
if it's subbed, I would watch the hell out of it.
Yeah.
But it's a talking show going through various locations in Niigata. And
yeah, it's pretty much NGT no Orikake.
I like when they go on locations and they are like, well, this is nice, and then it's like they tell the history behind it or story behind it, and I'm like,
okay.
So what? It's pretty colors. That's the thing. What it is, but that I just need to improve my Japanese on that. But that will take years for me because I am a very bad student.
Oh.
But that's my personal problem. So if you haven't had a chance to watch Niigata no Friend, just do it because it's very fun to watch. But yeah, the song itself, not really.
No, the video was more like, this is so reminiscent from the earlier episodes of Niigata no Friend, so it's another song I would probably watch the video for and not the music itself, I would say. So.
Anything else on the NGT48 mind?
I like the song. I did. I was like, even before when I believe Derek was listening it, I was like,
oh yeah, we were bopping our heads like.
Yeah, I like the song. I like it. I like again what you said about how it shows like the flashbacks of the show and then they like reenact a bit of it. It's like I like that. The song is like I was like doing this, and that's a good sign for me if I do that because that means I'm like getting into it.
So overall, we would say that NGT's fourth single, not a bad choice to get, I would say. Well, especially for Derek because his #1 song is maybe on this version for the year. Who knows what they still bring up?
Who knows? But no, it wasn't bad. It was cool. You know, I mean, it was what it was. Again, another song I won't remember, but I appreciate the effort. We'll say that.
Okay, speaking of which, we mentioned the other groups that haven't been in the news lately, but this one has, and that's SKE48 because they had their request hour for
Yes.
2018. They're doing this separately this year, so you'll probably see the AKB48 request hour, just AKB48, and no sister groups in there. Maybe. They can always change their mind. So I haven't watched a lot of it yet, since I'm waiting for a compilation, and then I'm gonna watch the entirety. But Colin and DX, you watched quite a bit. So what can you tell?
Sorry.
I've only watched the last part of it because I happened to be home at that moment when from work. And
That's fine. That's fine.
I've
No,
only
only the
seen-
top 25 was live streamed. The rest,
Yeah, I only saw the top 10 about the top 10 or even less than that. So I only saw the announcement made after the number one. I didn't, but Colin, you saw more, I would say. So yeah, what was it like?
yeah, I think I didn't watch the middle because I needed to do something, but I watched it. It was fine. It was lovely. There was something else going on the day before. I will say one quick thing about this whole request. Oh, I didn't like how they did it. It was like a month ago they announced it, and it was like really weird. They didn't announce it like early enough, so the tickets could be included in Ikinari Punchline. It's like they did this like really last minute. I don't know why exactly. Really odd, but anyway, I was hoping or looking forward to the second, third, whatever return of Jirina, and that happened with the number 3 song, Akai Pinheal to Professor.
Yep, your favorite song. Your favorite song.
It was amazing. Like you hear the music, or you know, even the title. I was like, wait, I recognize that, and it was like, the crowd was like, they loved it. It was like Jirina came on, she did it. I don't know if she sang it live. I don't know. I was really wondering if she did or not. I couldn't really tell.
You could definitely tell that the moves she did were very limited, so she's not 100% yet.
No. The move, it still shows what she has. Like I've seen like Ethereal and what she has, but either way, the movements were weaker. I say they're weaker, but it's still...
not. It's duty now, so it's fine. That I'm happy to see her smile. Happy that she's on stage. You could clearly tell that she's limited to the action. So maybe her singing wasn't as live, but it didn't matter. Her eyes were smiling, and she was just bright as always, just enjoying herself, enjoying that the positivity basically the crowd was giving her, and that's really helping her for recovery. So maybe she's just that limited. Well, I read the news a little bit. So they had the 2 days. And Judina didn't perform any of the songs except for the number 3, but she also performed one song on the first day with a video.
Yeah, with a video.
Yeah, so it is something, but clearly they are limiting her because gradually she's coming back, maybe feel comfortable. So we still don't know what it exactly is, but it's severely enough to limit her, and you can see that she's also limited to her movement. I'm still wondering, there was also a thing with her wrestling that she was injured because her arm, she had needed surgery on her shoulder or elbow, something like that. And something I read a few months ago, and maybe that goes into the connection that she didn't have a break to rest it up. So maybe it's still injured, re-injured, or maybe she had something else. So I do think it was severe enough to take her off for 3 months. And well, basically, if we always use wrestling terms on this show, but basically she's the John Cena of the AKB48 group. It's like she's injured, and it's like, well, you probably need a year off, and she's like, no, 3 months. That's her style. So she'll rush back because she can't be without the atmosphere, the entertainment side.
Yeah, okay.
But they're limiting her. It's like, okay, just take it easy. Do it at one thing at a time. You just need to appear for one moment, and the fans are happy. You don't have to appear for like what Takamina does at her graduation concert. Do every song.
Oh yeah, she did every song, Takamina back then. Wow.
Yeah, but they're gradually getting there. So, what are your other highlights, Colin?
Not exactly. She finally performed Ikinai Punchline. That was the only other song she did for the encore, which she hasn't performed since the concert. So hey, so she did do that. So it's like, okay, so she did have enough time to rehearse the Professor one and this one, because Suzerain did say that she rehearsed it like the day before or the 2 days before. So she is capable enough to do like 2 songs within like what, 20 minutes? Was it?
It's funny that you said rehearse that song. That song she can do probably in her sleep.
Yeah. Suzerain did say that she rehearsed it. I saw subtitles, so I just I look at the subtitles and I'm like, okay. It's like look for the sub video yourself. I would say. Well, I think that DX can talk about the #1 song, because I have nothing really to say about #2.
Yes, but before you go to that, we need to inform the people what happened on the first day.
Do the announcement first, Colin. Do the announcement first.
Okay, so on the first day, kind of out of nowhere, Matsumori Kaotan announced graduation. It's like,
yeah,
that's a big blow, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's a really big blow. Yeah,
it was like, so out of the sudden, it was it was Dasu who was talking, and then because the SKE manager Yuatan, he showed like 3 separate videos on what happened with that announcement, and she's like, and then she's like, and she says it's like, like the crowd goes like, what? No, what? And then she's like, no, yeah, it's true, it's not a lie, I'm gonna do it, and then please be like me, yay, and then everyone went yay, because that's usually the case. And yeah, she's going to graduate. It's so weird. I didn't think
the honorary Kenkyusei member.
Yeah.
If there is a backstage leader, Kaotan is the backstage leader.
Yeah, that's true.
No doubt, no question. She is the backstage leader.
Well, I think he's waited long enough. So, Derek, your thoughts on this situation?
I have a question. Just refresh my mind. Where was she at in Senbatsu this year?
Center.
17.
Center. Undergirl center.
I think it's a good place to go out on for her, to be honest. If we look at her overall trajectory in AKB. Here's the thing. I love Kaotan. She is going to be a major loss come the handshake sessions. She is the one member who will literally shake your hand, disregard what the security guards say, doesn't listen to them. Basically, you're on her time. She makes everyone laugh. When I met her, the two or three times I met her, she's been nothing. She was nothing but gracious to me. Really talked my ears off. Like, made sure like I got, I guess, my money's worth. I don't know if that's but more like she made me feel very special. And also, she, being as close to Mayoshi as she is, I really feel for Tani, because I know that's crushed her. And I know, there's a lot of people that are just going to really feel that loss. But having said that, I mean, she's getting up there in age. She is actually older than she looks. What is she, like 27, 28?
28?
I think about the same age as Koji Haru, I think.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, in the idol world,
same age as you kidding.
I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem if like the girls stay till they're 40. I really wouldn't care personally. But in the idol world, you have a shelf life, and she's well past it. So I'm saying, yes, it's sad, but at the same time, everyone's going. I mean, it's like all the old members are just filing out. Like, she's not gonna be the last one we're gonna hear about this year. Sayane announced, Kaotan announced. Who do you think's next? I mean, Karen and Sashi are on their way. So I'm mentally prepared for this kind of stuff. The only one I'm not is Mayoshi's announced it. Then I don't think I'll be okay. But I think, like, in all honesty, this was gonna happen, and I'm surprised, to be honest, it took this long, because she's kind of been in the back for a long time now. Yeah, when you said she's backstage, Mama, that's so true. She's not in the forefront, and she knows she's never gonna have a shot at being like #1 in AKB. She's known that forever, but coming out as a center for the Senbatsu, not a bad way to go. Everybody loves her. My question to you guys is this: do you think they'll give her own concert for her graduation?
Ooh,
because I think she deserves it.
I do think they will give her. It won't be a special theme like a 2-day graduation concert,
There's going to be a single day in one of the bigger live houses, I would say.
Yeah,
Ah.
I can see that.
It will be an SKE concert, and then as an
Yeah.
encore, they will do a Kaotan graduation segment.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what I was thinking too. Okay,
Yeah.
one last note on this on my end is again she'll truly be missed. We love you, Kaotan. You've been a huge influence and a huge addition to the AKB universe. So whatever you end up doing in life, good luck. But I'll tell you this, Cristafari, oh my God, I can't even imagine how he feels because if you go to Cristafari's blog, it's literally every handshake session he meets her, and he
Kaotan,
not
yeah.
just once, multiple times. If you want a good idea of what we're losing, go read all his experiences of meeting her. I mean, you'll feel like you know this girl. And this girl really made it a point to make, like, Cristafari especially super, like, it was very personal. I mean, they were talking about, like, where they lived and stuff. I mean, she doesn't care. Like, she just, I don't know. She's going to be a huge loss for ticket sales, I think, come handshakes. But,
well, if you look at her history, so she was one of the prominent members of SKE, of course.
Yeah.
Then she had her scandal, I believe.
Oh.
yeah.
And then she was basically forced to. Well, she didn't want to graduate, so she became a Kenkyusei again.
Mm-hmm.
And then she was allowed to promote again, and then she denied it. She's like, no, I'll stay a Kenkyusei. Then we of course had that prominent moment that she was Kenkyusei, and then she became top 16 in Senbatsu. So
Yeah?
that's another
for
thing.
Halloween.
Yeah,
Halloween. Yeah.
that's another thing again. So people say scandals are awful, this and that, but if you look at the scandals, now I wouldn't say the majority, but the well-known members, they bounce back like crazy in Kenkyusei. There's like, oh no, my career is over. It's like, no, it's not. If you just stick to, don't graduate and,
Go back to basics.
reassure the fans that you're still, very much needed them for your career, then you'll bounce back quite better, I would say. But she denied the promotion, and she became, of course, the Halloween Night. Obviously, had her career in the SKE Abby shows, with Tani, of course, those wonderful segments getting basically kicked off the show.
Now I want to watch those segments again.
It's always weird that she has been always called the ugly member, but well, it's comparing to what most of the members are in AKB48 group. Then yeah, her visually she's not as great as the others, but still she's definitely not ugly. And even in later years, her beauty just blossomed to this amazing moment. And I think the fans always support that because she was more of you would say one of us. It's like not no, she knows she's an idol, and like no, fans are fans. No, she's like, hey, you're one of us, just come hang out. That's the idea, and I think that Derek just mentioned with meeting her at a handshake event. To that side.
And she did during her Eternal Kenkyusei days. She posted quite a bit on YouTube, on social media with her
barbecue
Komeda, yeah. Ichi Komeda. Oh man, I really love those series when she made those. Oh man.
Yeah, there's some fun moments. You will always see her like at the Sosenkyo. She comes out, she has this big camera. She's like, I'm filming. It's like, I don't care what my position is. I'm just gonna film.
I remember when she reached Senbatsu during the Sosenkyo. She actually took her camera and pictured the crowd, the audience saying, please say Ichi Komeda.
Yeah, and just using that.
The whole stadium. Oh man. One of the golden moments, I would say.
I remember with the giant shuffle they had in, what was that, 2015?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah. Where she was announced that she basically forced her out of the Kenkyusei honorary member. She's like, you're now a member. Also, you're the captain. Go to your new team. She's like, what the hell is happening? She's just...
Yeah, Team K2 was in dire straits back then. And back then she became a K2 member.
Yeah, well, she needed it. There's one of the heartfelt moments with AK Bingo where she helped one of the SKE members to what you called it, that ORI, that comedian style AK Bingo showed where the women no, it was like several rounds you had to go to, and it was women only, I think. Was it women only? I think it was women only. That's the idea, that the women comedians came out, and this one had a costume, and Kaotan fixed all the costume or made the entire space costume for this. SK member.
Yeah. Now you say space, I remember it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That was for something. Yeah.
Yeah, and she supported it like again like a mom, and being in the crowd, and well, she didn't make it to round 3. I think she made it to round 2.
Yeah.
And being very supportive, and it was very lovely to see. So on that note, it's a very powerful member you're gonna miss. And this was a member that's, again, center undergirls, like you said, Derek. I think that's a very good well,
Send off?
yeah, send off basically, because she did make Senbatsu, but she's more of a background girl, supporting. She's like a pillar, I would say. And Undergirls is very good, and being the center of the Undergirls, it's like these are maybe the top 60 members you see on Music Station and everywhere, but starting with me, this is the core of AKB48.
If I were to say, she's more like Akimoto Sayaka, I would say.
She's definitely asking Akimoto Sayaka.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like if you needed anything for a questioner, you always could go to her and help her. And I will see, again, the concert send-off will be there, but it wouldn't be like a main concert like Matsuyurena had or Miyazawa Sai had. It will be like, we're just doing a concert, and then at the end we have the encore send-off. So if there are maybe other members that are going to announce graduates from SKE48, you'll have them in all one bunch, but it will be then, of course, centered, I would say. Unless, like, a bigger member from SKE48 would come. But let's think about this. What's currently a bigger member than Kaotan from SKE48 that could announce it? Except for Churina, Dasu.
Tani Maraka.
Yeah, Tani, for you? I think Tani will be also should get a proper send-off, like at a concert.
Tani Maraka. She should get a stadium send-off. Come on.
Furuta now and...
No, but to be quite honest though, I think if the Maika is going to get a send-off, it's probably going to be a double send-off, because don't forget, she was a first generation HKT member, I think. First or second generation, I think. Or one of the
Yeah. So you would say that, like Miyazawa Sai, she will have a SKE send-off and then go back for HKT for one show and then have their send-off?
Sure.
Yeah.
Be kind of cool.
Yeah, maybe we'll
I'd be
see
down with
that.
that.
Let's not hope that will happen anytime soon, though. Let's enjoy the Tani Marika years for now.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, so they announced that on the first day, so now we can go to what you were trying to mention, Colin. On the second day, what became first place?
Yeah, a very proper send-off also in a way. She won Request Hour. DX, you can talk about it more, I think.
It was more like when number 1 was announced, I saw the kanjis like, no way. It's Koko de Ipats. The Dasu, the Dasu Tsuma song. Oh my god, it was like, this is one of the final times I'm going to see this formation for this song again.
That song is always doing well in Request Hour. I think it's definitely top 5, I would say, that you have those moments. And you see the athletic ability from Dasu and then Kaotan having the funny moments and trying to do the same and then hurting her back. And it's always like this funny go-at song. Dun, 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 dun. They go like very happy. And I like this part when they go like this. And it's always a very fun song. And it definitely goes with the styles with Dasu and Kaotan.
Yeah, exactly.
So so they performed that song. So what happened during that song, DX?
Well, even though it's a happy song, it's a fun song. Halfway through the song, you could see both Dasu and Matsumura Kawi breaking down. It was so hard to watch, and I felt so Everyone in the audience was probably like, "This is the final time we're going to see the original lineup for this song," or rather, once Kaotan is graduated, this song can't be performed anymore because you really need the both of them. This is a song especially tailored to them. You can't put someone else to replace Kaotan. It just doesn't work.
I see Tani doing that as an homage.
Oh yeah.
Maybe as an homage, but not all the time, I would say.
Tani would be hysterical, though. It'd become the Tani show. I don't know. Tani, Dasu, and Kaotan are such strong variety personalities that just putting those three in anything you're just gonna have a good time. You're gonna laugh. I guarantee at least you will laugh once. So seeing her in that song, I can't even imagine. It's kind of like, it reminded me of like when Tani did Ue Kara Mariko You know, they did the Tani version.
Oh yeah. Oh god, yeah.
One of my favorite moments ever with her, and she did such a great job too. You know, like really paying homage to Mariko, but it was just funny. So.
Oh
Can't
man.
imagine.
So, yeah, that was then the request hour. They did a few announcements. So they promoted a bunch of Kenkyusei to now prominent members, and they also announced, well, don't worry, we'll get a new Kenkyusei with the 9th generation of SKE48. So. The 9th generation is a important number in AKB48 history because it's
the golden generation in AKB. It was the golden generation.
Do we maybe see that happen again in the 9th generation here? Because last time I think we had like, oh, this member will be amazing. She is currently on hiatus because of studies, and that is Gotorada. So. What do you guys think with this new generation? Is this gonna be we'll see it's we can't even decide yet?
Oh, I don't even know what to expect at this point, so yeah, I'm not sure what to expect.
The possibility exists. But
yeah, more members. Yay. More members. Yay.
What do you do when you hear those announcements? Maybe you're like a fan, you're watching like, oh, I gotta audition, I gotta prepare. you have those girls, you think, or it's like
probably
you have those who apply 4 or 5 times in different groups just to get in there.
Yeah.
So
Yuka is one of them actually. So yeah.
Oh, look at her. So
good point. Wow, that's a really good point. No, you know what you take away from this. You just I think SKE they could use a good injection of members. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing for their particular group. I think AKB needs to hold up a little bit. NGT, yeah, I'm cool with them getting new ones too. HKT, sure, why not? But SKE, I think they need a variety girl to come in and kind of help with that, so we can have like our trio of variety girls still intact. Maybe a new girl to join Tani and Dasi for that. I wouldn't mind seeing another Fiorhata Now type girl come in. You know, a double threat of music and gravure, and then you know. We could see the next Jirina, you know, if they bring in a super young girl and everybody hails her as the next Jirina, and then she instantly gets that title. Like, think about it. This is the 9th gen we're talking about. There's something special about 9th gens. I would say, like, if we get like another, oh, this girl's the next Jirina, and she gets that title right away, she'll be the next Jirina. Because one thing about AKB48 and all the members in it, once you get a title and you get a certain personality assigned to you, you tend to stick with that, and that's kind of been true, right? Like,
yeah,
I mean,
that's the advice they give a lot of members. It's like if you find something that sticks you out,
stick with it.
Then go all the way with it.
Right. Here's the thing. So I wanted to. I was for like 2 seconds before I wrote movie scripts. I wanted to think about movie acting. I mean, I don't have like the face or the body for it, but I'm thinking, you know, there's a lot of actors that actually don't have the model looks and they're still amazing, you know. So whatever. But I watched something on YouTube that made me stop instantly that idea, because it was this like mini class, and in the class the director that was teaching this small group of students said to them this. And I would have walked out because it was such a convicting statement. It said, if you come to this class and you want to be an actor and actress, great. So does everyone else. What do you bring that is totally different from everybody that's already been acting and all the people around you? If you don't have something special to give, like a voice or a character or personality or something quirky about you, don't act. There's no point, because you're just going to be another person. And it's same is true, I think, for AKB48 at this point. We've seen every personality imaginable. We've seen every type of voice, every type of instrument. I mean, it's like, what do you bring to the table? But if you can adopt something where you stand out from the crowd right away, whether it's being called the next Trina or, you know, some of the other girls, like Tani got that pretty fast. You know, she's the dirtiest girl, which actually that didn't work out very well for her. But I'm still saying, like, it's still kind of, for that brief moment, that jumped her all the way into what, the 20-something spot in Sosenkyo when she had that little moment of buzz there. Every girl that kind of sticks out, you remember. And so 9th gen, if SKE can have 1 or 2 girls to do that, I think SKE is going to be the big powerhouse going in the next couple years, because unless NMB surprises us and comes out with like a ridiculous new crop of girls, which I still think in a way NMB is going to be the underdog for the next year. I just kind of feel it. But if they don't do it, SCU, they're gone off in boat land. They're looking for their boat. None of the sister groups. I mean, yeah, they're based in the shipyard. HKT, they do HKT. I mean, they have Sashi, I guess. It's whatever. AKB is still trying to figure out what they're doing. I think it's going to come from SK or NMB this year. I really do. And obviously, or NGT too. I mean, NGT giving me the song of the year right here. But I'm saying, like, we could get somebody really that we've been looking for a long time. I really feel we could. 9/10s are magical. If we get a next, like, younger girl that's like a Jarina prototype, but like better somehow, this could be good. That's my take on it.
Very good. Anything else on the SKE48 side?
No.
I think pretty much they have some old stage revival stages, but for the rest, everything has been mentioned, I would say. So, yeah.
Yeah, so I briefly want to go to Music Station that happened today. So Sayane performed her last 365 paper airplanes on Music Station.
Yep.
That's happening as fast. That's within a month. She is going to say goodbye. That's another top member going to be away.
It's onwards to Sayaka Sonic, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they performed a few medleys. They did Koi's to the Fortune Cookie, of course. They made a joke. It's like, it's about a cookie, but we make an onigiri, and that's something weird in that style. They laughed about, well, maybe you say, what did they say? They should change the word, but she's like, no, I like onigiri, so it's my song. She said, so she's like, my song, I decide. Like, okay, your song, it's like, have fun. Where they performed that, they performed Sentimental Train, of course. If you're looking for the Sakamichi side, Nogizaka performed, of course, their latest songs. And Keikizaka, they performed Futari Saison, and they performed Amphibians, and a few other moments. It's always fun to watch Ultra Music Festival. I remember last year I was actually standing outside Music Station and hoping to get a glimpse on seeing there.
Awesome.
Just a little side note, I got a little depressed yesterday because I watched a documentary of Japan, and they were at the stoplights, and you hear the boop, 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 and just instantly got me. It's like, I missed that. Instantly got me. It's like, I
need to go back. I need to go back.
Were you ever on the Chuo line where you could hear like the cat scratching noise underneath? It's like, like that. Do you know what I'm talking about? Every time I hear it, takes me back when I first went to Tokyo and heard that, because I was on that train a lot, and I was always like, what is that noise? Like, what cat round up underneath us? But so I know what you mean. Like, you hear certain things and it'll take you back. So I feel it. Very natsukashi. Very natsukashi.
Very weird. Yeah, Music Station, always good. No Jurina there because she's taking a rest, of course. And well, you did see Miyawaki Sakura there and Yabuki Nako, but I think it was. The weird thing is, so they're very busy because 2 days ago they went to Korea because Izone had.
Izone,
yeah. It's like I try to say Izone or Izone. It's like
I'm so used to Izone now. I have to really switch to Ice1.
Yeah.
It's iPad.
Oh, don't get me into that, Derek. This. I'm so happy I still have vacation. It's just insanity coming up soon.
Oh, so what do you want with your iPad? Sorry.
No, but they did it. They did a gathering between their filming or their recording, and Korean subbers are amazing because they do it like that instantly. And yeah, you can see a little fun moment. They had a live stream. No clue what the live stream is, so I couldn't watch it live. But looking at it, it's like seeing Cheon with Miyawaki Sakura. That's a very nice connection in there, and it's a lovely group. It looks fun, so I'm looking forward to that song. But yeah, in 2 days they had to go back from Korea to Japan and then perform on Music Station. So it's like that's a lot of work pressure.
Yep.
Still. Other news, I would say. So a few weeks back, I would say, Maida Asuko was in the news because she announced marriage, and I was thinking, oh well, why could be married? Well, she's pretty set on making a family. She's expecting. She is pregnant. Maida Asuko. isn't that a weird feeling, to be honest?
Yeah.
I almost know.
It feels like it's closed off now. Her
Yeah,
idol
her
career
idol
is
done. Yeah, she's done.
she's gonna be one of those people who would be like a AKB48 original group reunion on a show, and then they're gonna battle it out with the current AKB48, and oh, that's gonna be an amazing show. Just to see the difference of power in character-wise, I would say.
They
Looking forward
can. Didn't AKB did something like a show or an
Yes.
episode like a few years back with like older idols?
Morning
or,
Musume,
you know?
yes.
Morning Musume, yeah.
Wasn't Morning Musume? Maybe I remember something different.
One of the best moments is there is you see Tomochin trying to flirt, and she's going like, how does the first kiss taste like lemons? Would you like to try? And they go like that. Or it's like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
you could it's like dry, as you say, like she's doing the weather with her lips.
Dry condition.
Yeah, so
Best.
those battles were just amazing. Yeah, if they do that show,
They can.
top notch.
They're historic. Those were legendary. I mean, that's why they're the golden gen that did that. No, I think Achan closed off her AKB life with the Takamina grad. I think that was it for her. She's like, all right, I can move on with life. And I think that was a really fitting way to end everything that those girls did to make AKB what it is today. More power to her, man. If every other girl that gets out of AKB and gets married and has a couple kids, why can't she? It is weird though. I will admit, I was like, wow, I'm getting old. Because it's like I can remember just almost like it was yesterday when I first came into the fandom and she was graduating AKB, and now she's married.
6 years ago.
Like, it's crazy, man. It's just so crazy.
But
you know what?
Remember Zenbun Sakura, that song? I forget the song. Junen Sakura. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
So the start of that music video, they look presents of members in the future of 2019, and then Oshima Yuko is the one who's pregnant. But
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
now actually 1 year earlier, Achan is pregnant.
Oh.
They were close. They were close.
They were close.
They could predict the future on that note. Just so I think other members also had kids, of course.
Yeah.
But never like, I think this is the first big member, like, the top
Yeah.
of the golden age, the center basically. It's crazy, and yeah, just feels weird. It feels weird just to
Feels weird.
talk about
it
it.
feels weird. Look, feels weird to talk about it like this right now. It's more like back then when we first started this show, like 2 years ago. It's more like we
Oh,
didn't
wow.
expect to talk about pregnancies for the first gen. It was like, and now you're talking about it. And it's like, huh?
Well,
Oh well.
Well,
Yeah, exactly.
they're all human and they want to start a family, so hey.
Yeah.
And to be honest, if in Japan it's like okay, maybe this will start a controversy, but maybe Derek and DX, maybe you can help me on this. So is it in Japanese culture that the female is like very planned out how they want to have a family more than the male? Is that correct? I would say. So basically, it's like, I want to get married in this age, I want to have kids in this age, and then whatever, they move on like that.
Not so much. It's
Not
more
that
pressure.
much, actually, yeah.
It's family pressure.
Yeah, it's more family pressure. It's not from the girl side, it's from the family side, let's say.
It's like if you're not like married and have kids by the time you're 30, like there's like an old idea that like you're gonna be outcast from society.
Yeah.
So girls over 30 don't have kids. They disappoint their old school parents. Japan is weird because it's progressive in some sense, and then it's so backwards in many others.
Yep.
And also it's like, there is still there's a huge aging population here in Japan, like a gigantic population. Still hold on to old school values. So it's like, while Japan is still trying to find its voice for women here, which they got a long ways to go. I think there's still that idea that like, okay, women are kind of, I wouldn't say it's necessarily subtle, but it is almost indoctrinating them, I would say, from a very early age. All right, you're gonna get married, you're gonna have kids, you're gonna have a nice husband, you're gonna build your whole homemaker life. Everything's geared towards that. But remember, one key thing about Japan, you have to remember when you come here, when you live here, when you visit here, roles.
Yep.
Everybody has a role.
Mhm.
So when a girl thinks, I'm gonna be a housewife, she's gonna be a housewife. That's her role. She's gonna go towards that role unless something derails her. So whether or not she decides that role at a certain age, that's kind of where things are, I would say, different now. Whereas before, maybe 10, 20 years ago, get out of school, go to school, whatever. If you want to have a career, that's fine. But guess what? You're not going to be a CEO of a company. You're not going to be a doctor. Your husband's going to be a doctor. Your husband's going to be a CEO. You're going to stay home and have his kids. That was almost kind of ingrained in that sense. But now, not so much. Now I see a lot of not that kind of thinking amongst the youth. The parents of the youth, yes. But again,
you itself, not at all actually. So yeah, or rather, if you're a foreigner and you happen to speak Japanese, you're going to be busy. Let's keep it at that.
Yes,
you're going to be busy. Speaking of own experience.
Okay. All right, very good. Yeah, so congratulations, Achan, on that, and we'll see you in 9 months.
Congratulations.
What will happen on that side? Any other news or topics that we have to talk about?
NMB.
NMB 19 single senbatsu. No title, but we have a senbatsu.
Yeah.
And what do you guys think?
Present it.
Let's take a look. See from Team N we have Kojima Karin, Umiyama Kokona, Tanigawa Airi, Yamamoto Ayaka and Yamamoto Sayaka. Team M, Iwata Momoka, Kato Yuka, Kawakami Rena, Shibuya Nagisa, Shiroma Meru, Yasuda Momone and Yoshida Akari. For Team B2, we have Uemura Azusa, Ota Yuri, Jo Eriko, Jo Nishirei and Murase Sai. And one of the newcomers is a Kenkyusei actually, Shitotsuki Kato, a Kenkyusei.
They always throw one Kenkyusei in there, I would say.
Yeah.
So
That's
for
good.
all the newcomers senbatsu are Kawakami Rena, Kojima Karin, Shiotsuki Kato, and Yasuda Momone.
Yep.
Senbatsu wise, it's pretty comparable with the last.
They don't have
people.
too much to pick for, so it's
No,
like
exactly.
That's
it's pretty
true,
comparable.
that's true.
But I'm not sure what to expect from the song itself because
the coupling song, Steiner, graduation song. That's the biggest one that we're gonna see.
Yeah, that's the only thing confirmed, I would say.
Get the tears ready.
Yeah.
I'm hoping they don't go out like some ballad. Like I want it to be a club banger. Like Signing goes out on top. Like you cry, but I'm not gonna let you. Like
it's gonna be an acoustic guitar with Cyanus singing in there, and
might not be bad.
I think either it's very much alone or it's gonna be a few close of her member friends being in there. But it's gonna be acoustic guitar, and it's gonna be it's not gonna be a beat. It's gonna be a slow building song, like going for the memories that she has. And
but for the senbatsu for the grad song, I have a feeling Sayane is going to call up one of the already graduated members that were close to her, like for instance,
her roommate.
Kinoshita Momoka or Ogasawara Mayu. I think those will be called up for the graduation song.
Oh, please, that'd be great. That'd be fun.
Riripon?
Nah.
I don't think Sayane and Riripon were that close actually. It's more like I'm expecting Ogasawara Mayu or
Yokoyama Yui?
Yeah.
I was just gonna say that.
Definitely seeing her in that graduation song.
Yeah, well, to be honest, so the close. Takashi Juri is in there. That she's hanging out with a lot.
Kawaii-rina, I think. Kawaii-rina. She's probably going to
Kawaii-rina?
Yeah, she
No.
I think so.
Okay.
No, I think close. It's Yokoyama Yui, Onishi Momoka, Sashara in there. There's another member that's close, like that they have their own group. Well, we'll see. I think it's gonna be 5 members then. If we're talking about that situation, then 5 maybe just close to her.
Yeah.
Interesting though.
Yeah.
It is interesting. It's very interesting.
It will be out before her graduation concert, so that's coming up next
Yeah.
month. It's gonna be fast.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Rushing a little bit.
Wow.
Well, we'll see on that. For the other side, damn it, what's her name? JKT48 now currently.
Kawamoto Saya.
Thank
Yes.
you. Just
Kawamoto Saya.
yeah.
Kawamoto Saya.
Yeah, her nickname is Saya. But
Yeah.
she's there. She involved in a sport festival, having fun. I saw a little bit on Instagram that she's going a little crazy, enjoying
Yeah.
herself.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a fun
That's
month
good.
for her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Haven't heard anything about the other side though, on Steffi.
Oh.
I believe that she left on a plane, like either today or yesterday. I believe she's there because Mobile from BNK is also in Japan now, and Steffi and Mobile will be
Sharing
on
one.
a university, but I forgot which one. They will be staying there and be
Mhm.
studying Japanese and English, I think,
Oh, okay.
Oh,
for a month.
very
think.
nice.
I'm very sure. So that will be interesting. See where that goes. Could be fun.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Oh, I don't know if it's a big deal, but last week we talked about the questionnaire of No More Sosenkyo for next year. Well, to follow up for this week, Katorena announced there will be no Renashi
Oh.
Sosenkyo this year.
Oh,
I'm so sad.
No.
sad.
I'm thinking
I
it
am.
run its course. It was fun for the first time. Then you're like, okay, let's do a second one. The third one was like, okay, just that's it. That's enough and perfect. Just keep it at 3. No more. That it was a very fun concept because Katarina was basically fed up about how Sosenkyo works, and she's like, I'm gonna make my own Sosenkyo and decide everything on that. And then Akibi decided, okay, let's make it a single out of it. And then it got popular, and now people wanted to be in the Renashi Sosenkyo. And you know, she decided it got too popular, and I agree with that.
Yeah.
Very nice. No more. Maybe in a few years you can do one more again, but now, no.
Don't make it a yearly thing, I would say. Just like every 3 or 4 years or something like that.
I feel like I think one of our commentators, Robert Sussums, he'd said that you know, it'd be really cool if like the under girl, like girls that never have a shot at Sambatsu had their own Sambatsu Sosenkyo. This could have transformed into something like that. I actually disagree.
Yeah.
I thought Renachi giving girls a chance to be front and center that just normally don't or maybe wouldn't. And we got a great book out of it. Like I don't know, I thought it was great. I thought it was so smart of her to do that. She's not my favorite member in the world, but for her to do that, I have a lot of respect for her. I was really disappointed she decided to end it. I think it was a good chance for some girls to get noticed. But I hope they think about that idea a little more overall in the AKS universe and think, hey, how can we let a lot of these members that are coming in and don't have a shot have a shot? You know, that. And it isn't called Showroom or Insta Live or whatever. Like how can we actually make it an official thing? So I'm hoping Renachi Sosenkyo will transform into somebody else's Sosenkyo. Like maybe a girl will randomly like, you know, I'm doing my own. I don't care what anyone says. That'd be funny. You know, but we'll see. We'll see.
Okie dokie. Alright, anything else before we go to recommendations and our plugs?
There was this, I would say, a bit of controversy on Akipi's side with the whole working for BTS thing, but I don't know the details about it yet, so
I'm gonna let this run its course before we get official statements or anything.
Yeah.
Basically, if we want to pick up on it, the rumor or there is a statement, there's something happening that Akipi made a song called Bird for BTS on the Japanese single side, and okay, that was happening, and now it's not. They removed it, but now DX, you said they just removed it only on the Japanese side, and there's also some Produce 48 controversy, and it's like it should have been actually Japanese could vote as well instead of only Koreans, so that's why the show hasn't been, Akibi wasn't happy with that, so there's something going on, but I don't think they're discussing, so there's nothing set in stone, basically. But yeah, what I think personally on this side, it's like it's not. You can make a lot of controversy, but it's business and it's the internet, so every little thing could be like, oh my god, just like nothing, just maybe not into it. So, what do you guys think on that note?
Waiting.
Yes, you just wait it out for now, I would say, because it's so much rumors right now, and I just pick it up and just at least some food for thought, but nothing more than that, I would say. So for now, then at least.
Okay. Well, if there's nothing else on the mind, then let's go to then our recommendations for next week and our plugs. So, guys, what do you got?
Don't forget to watch the Junken upcoming Sunday.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's Sunday.
Yep, upcoming.
I can watch it, but I'm like, I still feel scars from last year. That it's
Yeah,
like,
same. But you know, Susanka last year was awful, but this year it was hey. So you know, maybe. Fingers crossed.
Fingers
I want to
crossed.
cosplay. I just care about the cosplay, nothing else.
Well, okay. First off, my Oshi's not in it. She
Yeah, mine either.
knocked out in the first round and made Yumerin cry. It's like,
Yeah.
who's in it? Who's in there that would be like, okay.
That's it.
Gotomoe and Shitaomiu as a couple.
Oh yeah, that one.
Those I've got some messages from Korean fans, and they were really looking forward to that. Gotomoe and Shitaomiu. But
Nozawa Arena.
Nazarena as well.
She's always in it. It's like that's the one thing. It's like it's not a bad thing, but it's like she is so powerful in Junken, and it's weird that she has that luck.
Yeah.
See.
There isn't really anything specifically, but
Maybe,
fun.
well, maybe someone we don't normally talk about, or someone just this amazing shining moment, because it's an opportunity, and who knows, maybe there's a character we haven't seen yet that's coming out at the Junken, so I'm looking forward to that. That's the only thing I would say about that.
We'll see. Yeah, I don't know. Let's say we'll probably have a lot to talk about, which I'm off on Sunday, so that means I can actually watch it, which is cool.
Yeah, so I'm gonna definitely watch it well on Sunday.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, so that's a good recommendation. Oh, I want to talk a little bit about this because I really like this, and I think we haven't mentioned it before. On YouTube, on AKB48, they are currently slowly giving VR experiences of AKB48 theater.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed that moment. I was just sitting with my phone, just going like this and looking around, and then it I know it's VR, but I still had the feeling like I'm sitting front row in the AKB48 theater.
I actually sat front row in HKT theater, so yeah.
Yeah, it's like I'm going for Team 4, and it's like no Karanana, of course. But it's Miriam Yuri looking for her, and it's like, yeah, she's dancing over there, and they see everybody going fast, and it's like, oh, this is really going this fast? And the quality is amazing. It really does give you a feeling of being immersed. So I think I'm gonna make a little box and just go like this, and just be enjoying myself going on
like
side.
a crazy guy.
They now did Team K, so you can follow that.
Yeah.
So expect Team B or Team A coming as well. And maybe, who knows, if it gets enough hits, they'll go like, let's go to SKE or NGT.
Cool.
Yeah, that could be fun. That's my recommendation on that side. And quickly on plugs, well, there's one thing I can always say, but I always like to thank the Patreon members for supporting us. And if you never heard about it, well, go to Patreon for the talk, and you can just become a Patreon and support us fixing this little situation right here. It's like, I use this thing now once a week, and that's all it can do, because I can't do anything else on it. Before we started this show, it's like I started it up, and it already said immediately, like, CPU usage too high. It's like, I didn't do anything yet. It's like, I just started you up. So that's really the first support we're getting, so I can increase the quality of this show if you guys want to see that. So if you have some dimes to spare, just go to our Patreon at 48 Talk and do whatever, and you'll get some extra content. We do like the videos that put up. We're getting some few informations or a questionnaire, and just follow on that list, and thank you in advance on that side. Anyone else for recommendation or plugs? Colin?
DX didn't say this. Tomorrow is Komi's Seitansai, so that would be fun. And this was like told today. Namosu will be back on the 30th of September, and they will start with Noah. Noah. Noah's. Yeah, I like that name. Otano's photo book. Some
Oh.
girls will be. I don't know what they will be doing, but like Baron will be there, and who else? There will be some girls there, and they will be doing something. I believe in Korea.
It is Nemesu though, so it's always a very hardship activities
Yeah,
that the girls
hardship,
have to
yeah.
do.
It will
Yeah.
be. It will be. It will be
It
interesting.
will be fun for us, horrible for the girls.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it is in Korea, it would be interesting if Shita Mew is participating in the Korea activities.
Will be fun.
Look
That's all.
forward to that.
Very cool.
Okay, well
Very
then Derek, take it away.
Oh, we got okay. Quick recommendation. Watch NGT's Team G short video and tell me what you think in the comments, please. Actually, I want to hear what everyone says. As far as comments go, thank you so much for last week. We asked you to give us some comments from Korea. We got some Koreans that actually commented. Much obliged. We're so happy to have you here. Please keep saying. We have a great community that watch us every week, and we'd love to hear more about what the world in Korea thinks about our lovely AKB. And you certainly let us know. You let me know. Thank you so much. Again, if you want to comment, you want to talk to me, I'm 3 days usually is what I have, and so get your comments in by then if you can. If you do it after, I tend to not be able to do it, but I can do for 3 for sure. So I can't wait. So that's number 1. Number 2, today Necronomidal did the Witching Hour, which is a 1 hour I don't want to say variety show, but it's basically like a bilingual show with them, where we do English, we do Japanese. It's like basically trying to use English to reach out to the foreign fans. It's co-hosted by Nogi Nick, who works with NoGizaka46. Actually, I was telling the guys. Well, no, I can't talk about that. Never mind.
Yeah, let's not go there, dude. Let's not go there.
Nope.
Anyways, Nogi Nick is a co-host along with his. He has a Taka. Oh my God, Takakura. I'm so bad with names. But they basically did a 1 hour show. It's on Twitch. You can subscribe to the Twitch channel. Maybe we'll have the link. I don't know. I sent it in our description. So if you can put that in.
I'll post it in the description.
The unedited version will be up, I think, for replay for a while, and then I think we're gonna do a edited version, and we'll put it up on YouTube just so everyone can have it. We're gonna do it's bi-weekly, so the next one will be October 1st. So definitely check in with that, and if it goes well, we'll keep doing it. It's just we're just trying to get stuff out there. It was actually a lot of fun. We had a lot of great comments. A lot of people watched it actually. We were really blown away by that. And overall, it was a good time. The girls were hysterical, and it was just fun. It was just a good time. Nogi Nick, he's awesome. He's an awesome dude, good friend, and happy to have him supporting. So there's that. So please check the Necronomidal's Witching Hour. Also, if you are in the Portland area, the first weekend of October, that's the 5th, 6th, and 7th, or around there. Necronomidal will be coming to Portland for the HP Lovecraft Film Festival. They will be playing Friday night, a little mini live, and then also Friday night they'll be at the Lovecraft Bar, which is like right down the street from the film festival where it's being held, and that's a Lovecraftian themed bar, so it makes sense we play there. That's a full set. Saturday we'll be doing a full set plus Bupon Checky all day. Sunday we're doing a special thing for VIP guests that bought tickets for VIP for the place. Plus we'll be around. We'll be there all weekend. So I'm actually going. I was actually able to go, so I'm very happy. So I'll be there all weekend, which is going to be a blast. And then the big thing is, and I'm still waiting on like 2 shows to get completely done, which is why I haven't like officially put out everything. But if there are tickets out there, because people have been finding them and buying, which is awesome. But starting November 1st through November 11th, there is a multi-coast American tour. The first half is with Oyasumi Hologram and Toriana, the chiptune queen herself. Oyasumi Hologram is their first tour outside of Japan, and I'm so honored they asked me to do it. And little side note, after we had our show, Necronomidal had their show on Sunday in Koenji, me and Ricky, we went to go eat some Indian food, and we're just sitting there eating, and I look over and I hear my name, like Derek-san, and I'm like, eh. I look over and it's Ogawa. So Oyasumi Hologram is like 2 girls. It's kind of Kanamiya and Hachikatsu, but the guy who runs the DJ and writes their stuff, his name's Ogawa. And so it's like, what are the chances of all the places he's there? So we're sitting there, we're talking, and then I look outside the window and Toriana walks by. I'm like,
Big
all
country, and just all gathered in one position.
Yep.
Yeah, we were joking. We're like, right, we could have had like a tour meeting. Like it was just funny. Like it was, oh, there she is. So, anyways, that was just a little cool side note. But anyways, Oyasumi Hologram Torian are going to be in San Francisco and San Jose for 4 days. They're including a very, very special VIP show that they're doing for only like 30 people at a little studio. It's going to be awesome. Torian is going to teach people how to do music on Game Boys, which is her thing. She makes music with LSDJ chips on Game Boy. Oyasumi Hologram is going to do a special acoustic live. That's going to be awesome. Then Oyasumi and me, we are going to fly to New York City and hang out in New York City for the rest of the week, pretty much. Oyasumi Hologram is going to do a number of shows. And then they're going to hook up with NoAKBNoLife on the following weekend. That's like November 9th, starting in Sunnyvale in Brooklyn. And then Saturday, November 10th, is the New York Asian Music Festival, which I created. It's to celebrate Asians in music. It is an all-day festival. That also includes Imaizumi Ray-chan from NoAKBNoLife. She's going to do her own solo, which is going to be awesome.
Ooh.
Along with my good friend Chochi, his side project Opus Traveler. They just bought their tickets, so they're definitely going. So Opus Traveler will be there. Crime Watch, a Japanese female-fronted hardcore from New York. You can't get any cooler than that. Lake Cambrian, they're going to be there. It's just so many great groups are going to be there. It's going to be amazing. And then Sunday, we're going to go to Philadelphia. That's November 11th, and play a nice show there at Philomoka. So it's going to be a lot. I know that's a lot. We're going to have links. There's going to be all that's getting announced. I mean, I'm still working out some kinks. Like I said, I'm waiting on like 2 show confirmations, and then we're good. But those are my recommendations. Please, if you want to come check out some great idol music, come to any of these shows. You're going to have a blast. If you want to celebrate Asians in music, come to the show on Saturday. That's in Queens at Trans Pecos in New York City. That's an important event because I believe we should honor and celebrate Asians playing music. That's a diversity thing. I think it's important. So, and I'm actually already selling a ton of tickets, so it's awesome. So yes, please come, please support. Thank you guys. That's my recommendations. And again, listen to NGT's Team G song and tell me what you think, because I literally got goosebumps before we did this. I was like almost in tears. Like it's that good. It's that good. So, oh, I'm so excited.
Let us know in the comments.
Yes.
Let us know. You think it sucks? Do you agree? I don't know. All comments welcome.
All right then. Well, with that though, then, thank you for watching this week's episode of 48 Talk, and we'll see you next time then.
Thank you all.
Bye, everybody.
Jojo.
Junk and fun.